Hey guys, welcome back to the Roots of Unity. I'm Ittehad and today I'm going to introduce you all to differentiation. This topic is the start of what we all know to be calculus. So, what is differentiation? Differentiation is a process by which we can find the derivative or the rate of change of a function. Let me break it down and explain slowly. Let us consider a curve like this. I drew a chord between 2 points of the curve which are horizontally h units apart. We know that for a change in the values of x, there is a change in the values of y. Now, look at the curve. It is very clear that between the two endpoints of the chord, the curve is not a straight line. But if we decrease the length of the chord and make it very small, the distance between the 2 points will appear to be a straight line. We can use this very small difference in the values of x and their corresponding y's to find the gradient of the curve at that point. And the process is called differentiation. I'll show you the process in a while. From this curve, we can say that delta y by delta x is equals to f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, where h is very small, delta y is equals to small change in y, and delta x is equals to small change in x. We also write delta y by delta x as dy by dx. dy by dx is also known as the first derivative of the function. For any curve, dy by dx represents the gradient of the curve at that point. For example, for a curve with equation y is equals to x squared minus 2x plus 3, dy by dx at x equals to 1 represents the gradient of the tangent of the curve at x equals to 1, or the gradient of the curve at x equals to 1, which is the same thing. Let us see how to differentiate functions. At first, let me show you how to differentiate constants. Let us take normal horizontal and vertical lines with equations y is equals to a and x is equals to b. For a horizontal line, y is equals to a, the dy by dx is equals to 0. We know that the gradient of a straight line means that the ratio of change of y to that of x. For such horizontal lines, the change of y to any change of x is 0 because the y will remain unchanged. Therefore, since dy by dx represents the gradient, dy by dx is also equals to 0. In easier terms, just remember that if we differentiate any constant with respect to x, the result will be 0. Be careful though, the constants cannot be with any variable next to it. Basically, it cannot have any variable multiplied or divided to it. Now, for vertical lines like x is equals to b, for any change of y, there is no change of x because it is a vertical line. The x coordinates cannot change. Therefore, the gradient is undefined since x is in the denominator. Moving on to our next topic, how to differentiate polynomial functions. Let's take a general polynomial function y is equals to ax to the power n. If we differentiate this function, it will come something like this. This is like a formula to differentiate polynomial functions. We will multiply the power as an integer to the whole function and subtract 1 from the power. Let me explain it with the example I have shown over here. Y is equals to 3x to the power 5. dy by dx will give us 5 into 3x to the power 5 minus 1. Here I multiplied the power 5 as an integer to the whole function and subtracted 1 from the power of x, which gives us what dy by dx is equals to 15x to the power 4. Moving on to our next example, y is equals to 7x. We can also write 7x as 7x to the power 1. Now if we differentiate this, our power will be multiplied as an integer, which is 1, and 1 will be subtracted from the power. Therefore, we get 7x to the power 0. And since we know anything to the power 0 is 1, we get dy by dx is equals to 7. Therefore, instead of 7, if there was any integer a, and if we differentiate ax, our differentiated result will be a. So dy by dx is equals to a for any function where y is equals to ax. This one question I've come across a lot of times before. Why does differentiating a constant give us 0? This is the reason. Let us take any constant, for example y is equals to 7. We know we can write y is equals to 7 as y is equals to 7x to the power 0. Now we will differentiate this. Our power will be multiplied in front and 1 will be subtracted from it. Multiplying 0 with anything gives us 0. Therefore, dy by dx is equals to 0. We have now reached the last part of our video, differentiating functions inside a function. Let us take the function y is equals to ax plus b whole to the power n. Here the part inside the bracket is a function and the whole is taken as another function. If we differentiate it, it is not much different from what we did previously. We will multiply the power as an integer to the whole function, subtract 1 from the power. The only difference is this part. Here, the result of differentiating the part inside the bracket will come in front and get multiplied as an integer to the whole function. Let us check out an example. Y is equals to 3x squared plus 4x plus 5 whole to the power 6. If we differentiate it following the methods, 6 is the power, it will get multiplied in front as an integer, 1 will be subtracted from it, and the part inside the bracket will be differentiated and multiplied to the whole function. Differentiating the part inside the bracket gives us 6x plus 4. 3x squared will become 6x and 4x becomes 4. 5 will become 0 because differentiating a constant gives us 0. That was all for this video. Stay tuned with the rules of unity for part 2 of differentiation.